Welcome to Fun Fact Friday. And today we're actually going to be talking about one of the most commonly ignored services that I've seen in the automotive field, the spark plug. Well, in 1860, Annette Lenore actually created the early combustion engine, but the ignition on it was inconsistent and it was not reliable. But fast forward to 1902, Robert Bosch actually introduced the first commercially viable high voltage spark plug with a magneto ignition dependable and it's practical. We actually know this one as the Bosch spark plug, which is mainly commonly used in all of European cars, especially the German engineered ones like BMW, Mercedes Benz, and etc. Now, these can be used for any other cars, but these are what they are commonly used in. By the mid 20th century, copper spark plug was actually invented and it actually became the standard because it improved heat dissipation and also prevented misfiring. In the late 1920s, platinum and radium spark plugs were actually invented. They lasted much longer, all the way up to 100,000 miles, and it enhanced fuel efficiency with consistent spark. Today's modern spark plugs actually reduce emissions, improve combustion efficiency, but they need timely checks and or replacements in order to maintain proper engine performance. Now, go ahead and follow with me so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Vamos a ver. You can see right here, what we will need is 14 millimeters. I'm going to use an extension. I'm going to use power tool. You'll see what that's used for. 3/8 ratchet, sockets, specifically 10 millimeters. And then also right here, we have my torque wrench, which at the end, you will see that the spark plugs are going to be torqued down to 15 foot-pounds per square inch. And then lastly, right here, you're going to see this little red bottle. This is dielectric grease. You would put dielectric grease inside of the coil to make sure that no type of combustion fumes go past the spark plug, which would then create more misfiring issues. So let's go ahead and I'm going to demonstrate how to properly check your spark plugs. All right, and in this demonstration, we're going to be talking about some of the most common issues that will cause a spark plug needing to be replaced. Obviously, other than mileage. One would be if your engine is hesitating or it's misfiring. I have 40,000 miles on this, well, less than 40,000 miles on this vehicle. So a lot of these parts are going to be extremely new and stiff. Next would be rough idling and or vibrations. And by rough idling, we all know what that means, but rough vibration, you will literally see the engine seizing hard. Also, whenever you're going to do spark plugs, you never use an electric drill to take those spark plugs out. Ever. You will destroy that engine. Well, you will destroy the engine and you will also destroy the spark plug. Do not do that. You can use power tools to take out the coils, yes, but never, ever, ever, ever to take it out or to put it back in. Next would be difficulty starting up your engine. Another thing you will see is reduced fuel efficiency. Yes, this will affect how many times you will be needing to go to the gas station. All right, so let's take a look at this spark plug that has less than 40,000 miles on it, and we'll see. Another noticeable thing that will cause you to need to replace your spark plug will be lost in engine power, right? So this spark plug, it's not bad, right? And lastly is if your spark plugs are fouled. Now, fouled means that the spark plug tips, it's either coated in oil, carbon, or fuel. When this happens, you need to make sure that you properly fix whatever is causing that problem first, then you actually want to replace the spark plug. So the tip will be wet. You will see oil coming past here. And part of that is because something in there is allowing that to get past the seal that is in there, which then comes up on here. Because if you don't, you'll find out the hard way when you're paying really expensive prices. And remember, I told you going back in, it's going to be 15 foot-pounds of torque, which is not a lot. So you always want to go in hand thread first. Then take your torque wrench and then you properly torque it. I already have the torque wrench set to 15 foot-pounds. Boom. So if I was replacing these, I would take this top off, I will put some grease in there, and then I will put it on top of the spark plug. But because I'm not doing that, there's no need. But that was just for show purposes. Then you would put this in, hand thread it, and then I can go ahead and zap these down. Boom, it's good. That's all I need. Go ahead and clip this back on. Top back there. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and follow for more car facts.